Hi, my name is Nick Sailors, and this is my Heroic Imagination project. So first off, I would like to start with what is heroism, and then what is heroism to Dr. Zimbardo, and what is heroism to me. And to Dr. Zimbardo, he defines heroism as an act on behalf of strangers that has some risk to oneself that may not just be physical. And heroism to me is, you're putting yourself out there and you're doing something to help someone who's in need. And it may not benefit you, but it's benefiting someone or a group of people in some way that you may not exactly see, but they feel it. And so in the last month, I've actually done two things to define my act of heroism, and that was a child toy drive give out and a Matthew 25 help industry thing. And so basically, for the first one, my girlfriend's mom's company gathers like a bunch of toys, like thousands of toys, and they go to this smaller town where it's a really small town. There's a lot of people who may be needy or maybe not in the best financial status. And so during the holiday seasons, they may not be able to provide everything that needs to be given to maybe their kids or their families during that time of year. And they may not be able to get everything that someone may want. So during this time, my girlfriend's mom's company puts on a parade through this part of town, and they just hand out these thousands of toys to these little kids that line up the streets during the parade. And I actually participated in that this year. And it was just really heartwarming and really just an awe-inspiring experience to just like see the smiles on those kids' faces, because some of them are wrapped up in like teared blankets and stuff like that, and you can just tell maybe it's not the best financial part that maybe they should be in, but it's just like seeing the joy on their face when they get that toy, and maybe they don't get that every day. And so it's just really joy bringing, and it really just like I didn't have to be there. So like taking a step out of like maybe my comfort zone and going to help and going to pass out toys to maybe give someone else something that they may not get every year, it was just really warming inside to me. And then the second thing is the Matthew 25 Industries help. And basically what that is again, during this time of season, a bunch of families around America and around, in Ohio aren't in the best financial status. And so maybe they don't have everything that they need to give to their families and their kids, obviously, and maybe don't have all the supplies and needs for this time of season. And so basically, when you go to Matthew 25, we basically just were boxing up a bunch of like essential items and stuff like that and putting them in boxes and wrapping them so they could be shipped out to some of these places, some of these homeless shelters. So like for these people that are in need, you can give them the stuff that they may need to maybe just get through the winter, or maybe just help them out with some of their personal stuff. And it's just like that really was just like that was more labor intensive, and that was more, maybe that didn't really benefit me at all, but it was just something that like you can just like you may not see the person you're giving it to, but you know that the person that receives the box on the other end is going to have some type of impact on that, and it's going to help them out in some way. And you may never know what way that may help out, but that person may just maybe it just needed that box just for the winter. Maybe they needed that to give that to their kids to get them through the winter. So you don't get to see the impact, but you can feel that those boxes that you're sending out and packing is really making an impact. And then for my last slide, I chose to do something from the class, and I kind of chose to tie it back into why people fail to be heroic. And we learned about in class about the bystander effect. And the bystander effect is basically the more people that you have that maybe witness a situation, or, are seeing a situation or know about a situation, the more people that there is to that, the less likely for those people to act on that situation. And I think that has a lot to do with a lot of service around in the Ohio area and really just across all America. Is there's obviously a lot of people who know about a bunch of situations and a bunch of problems. Like for instance, the Palestine Israel thing that's going on right now, a bunch of people know about that problem, and a bunch of people like witness it and they see it all over their Instagram and social media feeds. But They just think that maybe someone else is going to do something because there's such a wide group of people that see and know about this situation that they're like, they'll just say, I don't have to do anything. Someone else is probably going to do something about it already. So what's my help to do it? And so I think that that ties into why people fail to be heroic is just because, we always think someone else is going to do something about it. And that may not always be the case because there's a wide variety of people and a big group of people that think the same thing about us. So I think if people would just like act upon stuff instead of waiting for someone else to do something, I think we could all be more heroic. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.